Hey guys, my name is Dr. Sharnael Wolverton Sehon. I'm with Swiftfire. Happy Sunday. I'm super excited to share with you something kind of sacred that's been evolving and something that I wanted to share with you just because I think it'll help you. And it's a practice of cosmic decorating. And I'm going to explain a little bit about that because it sounds kind of fun and cool and cosmic, yes, doesn't it? We all know that we are called to be creators. We are co-creators. God is the ultimate creator, and we co-create with Him on a regular. He created this entire universe, and He is light, and we are a continuation of light. We all have light within us. The kingdom of God is within, and we are light carriers for Source. And so, hey guys, the other day, we know that we have a biofield. That biofield is all around us. And we also know that the earth has a biofield. And so in the sense of there being a field and all of us having our own fields, you have to understand that we are very connected. We're connected to God within us. And as each individual is connected to God, we have that connection because we're created in His image. Maybe everyone isn't awake to it, and I know I'm not always awake to it, but we are created in His image, and we're constantly co-creating. And with this biofield and with the Earth's biofield, we are connected. We're very connected, and it gives us an awesome opportunity to help one another and to cause ripple effects with things, whether it's our choices, our thoughts, our actions, whatever it is that we're doing. We are very connected. Now, what does that mean? Well, first of all, separation is an illusion, and so we got to remember that and be cognitive of that connection. And I'm going to give you a couple examples. I recently did some training, remote healing and remote viewing, and I've done a lot of prophetic exercises. I've trained in the prophetic realms. I have trained and on dream interpretation. Not only receive training and work with the best, but also work with others. Body language, all of those kind of things. And just recently went through a very extensive remote healing, remote training, remote viewing exercise like weekend with somebody who actually trains the government on this stuff. Because I just wanted to see what was out there and what people are teaching, what they're talking about on a science level, on a physical level, on whether it's a spirit level. We're all very, very receptive, and because of that field, we're able to do a lot of things. It says greater things than these. And, not all the time are we very open to it or accepting of it or even aware of the power within ourselves to do these amazing things. And here, this guy teaches the best of the best, high-level government officials, spies, the CIA, the special forces, and in our government and our military forces. And we had went to a training, and within just a few hours, it was we were very aware of the abilities within us. As you know, being very prophetic people that you are, we have these amazing, brilliant sensitivities to things in the spirit and in the physical. And we did body scans in this workshop where we would be given a task, whether it was a video or a person or a situation, and we were given a code for each task. And we were just supposed to mentally sit and wait on God or Source or whatever inside of us to understand and know what the task was related to. Whether it was someone needing help or someone, what they were wearing, where they were, maybe a video clip or what have you. And we also did body scans where we were given a number that was assigned to a person that we weren't sure who it was and had no awareness, but we were supposed to do a body scan on them and be able to know any injuries that were going on or anything that was happening. And within an hour or two of practice with just a small group of people, it became very aware to us how how awake we are. I mean, we were getting to be like 98, 99% accurate with being able, especially for me, being able to scan bodies. That apparently that's a higher gift for me, with anatomy and physiology and just biology, and coming from the background of medical and ministry. They would give us people just based on a number, and I and Brian too, we were able to sit there and go, okay, right baby toe had been broken, lungs inflammation, a bump on the head on the left side, like that kind of stuff. We were able to pick up as a whatever and be able to call out, whether you call it a word of knowledge or whatever. We were able to body scan. I could see visually within inside of me what was going on with this, and just with a number given, not even a physical person standing in front of me, but given a number that was assigned to a task of a person somewhere else, not even in the room, which is phenomenal. And this is the power that you guys have, that we all have, as we practice and as we connect with Source, because all of everything, all knowledge, all awareness, all senses, everything comes from Source. And when we are connected with Source, then that means we have that availability and that access to know everything and to be anywhere. And if you're interested in this kind of stuff, I have a book called The Science of Miracles that goes into a lot more of this. And I'll put the link here. It goes into the biofield and that connection and how to practice those things and how to get more in tune to those things. But I wanted to give you that information, but then also it was very interesting going back to the decorating and going back to cosmic decorating. I was dealing with some things and or given some responsibility in some areas that were presented to me for further prayer and or help energetically. And I believe that prayer and imagination or imaging a nation and or outcome mapping is very powerful on an energetic level to shift things, create things, to move things around energetically, and to get people into their highest place of victory. And some things were presented to me, and what came to me was some things in my own fears and reactions that came up, and I was like, ooh, I don't like that. I'm going to look inward. I'm choosing to look inward and see how I can switch these things within me, so I'm not triggered, and I'm in my full capacity to be able to help with this situation, because anything that comes up is yours to fix. And even if it's genetic, if it's emotional, whatever it is, it's either the limbic system pushing things up to deal with them and to love them and touch them with love, or it's maybe something epigenetic wise, as far as DNA that's from the past, that some programs coming up and symptoms may be coming up, whether it's fears or actual signals in the body, and that is yours to fix. If it comes up and you see it, that's yours to fix. You are the engineer of all of those things, and you get to co-create, to fix it and transmute it. And so I was dealing with my own things in the middle of all of this, and suddenly I had felt to call a friend of mine to ask for divine prayer and or energetic support. And when I called, I talked to her. Her name's Candace, and she's amazing and very wise and very positive and extremely divine, and just love her so much. And so I was explaining to her where I was at and what I was doing to transmute this within me first, because everything that happens starts right here. So as I am talking to her, I'm letting her know about how I felt called to do this cosmic decoration. Not declaration, but decoration. You heard me right. And this is, again, new to me. And basically, in a sense, it's just like visualizing light within me, in my heart, light coming not only in my brain and in my heart, but throughout all of my cells, touching all of my cells, going out throughout my whole body, all my organs. Just the knowing and imagining light and love going throughout my whole body, not only through my body, but past my body into the whole biofield, my whole biofield, and then even out further. And I saw myself decorating myself from the inside out with light and love. And then going out and letting this extend even past my room, past the living room, past the house, past my whole radius around my house, past my neighborhood, and just visualizing this going out, and going out, and going out, and all the way to the people that I was sending prayer to. I was seeing, instead of me just praying for somebody, I was seeing myself sending light and love, starting within me and going out. And I had this awareness more than ever, probably when my daughter moved away in March, when I was really diving in and going into my feelings of what was going with her moving across the country. I had a mental picture instantly, because she is all the way in Washington. I am in the South. It's thousands of miles in between us. And when I was in prayer about it one day, I had this visual of a map, and I saw my light and my love for her and her love for me extending all the way across the United States and touching everyone all the way up there, and her love and light extending all the way to me down here and touching everything in between. And I thought, wow, that is radical. That is so freaking awesome, because here, at times we aren't apart, or we have to be apart, but yet there's no separation. There's no disconnect. That link of love and light not only connects quantumly with no time and space, but it also touches everything all in between, me to her and her to me and everything in between. And so I was really excited about that and got that visual, and I've been practicing that not only with her but with different people, whether I'm doing a coaching call or doing something for health and coaching on a physical level through my practice. So, because I do most of my consultations on the phone now, and it's been extremely successful. Not only just being able to scan and see what's going on in the body, but also being able to do remote viewing and healing by this consciousness. There's tons of videos out on this, guys, too. I mean, this is not like foreign. It's not new age. This is just biblical. I mean, Jesus did it with the Centurion and all. I mean, it's in the Bible in multiple places. Go read about it. And besides that, it says that we're going to do greater things than these. So greater things than Jesus is kind of a big deal, and I'm going to take him up on it. Like, let's go ahead and do the things, right? So all that being said, I'm sitting here talking to Candace, and we're going into this conversation about my new awareness of my abilities to decorate, of my new abilities to scan, to body scan. Now, in the past, through my practice, when I would talk to people, I would say, well, is anything going on with this or this? And usually I was right. But I'd never done a visual body scan before until this practice with this guy that we just did this workshop with. And I was literally scanning the whole body, looking for anything that I could do. And now that I did it over and over and over again, I was more confident and secure that I was right, because I kept being right. And that gave me more security to step out and to say, well, this is going on and this is going on. I mean, the first few times I was like, holy crap, this is so cool. I'm right. I can't believe it. And then the more I practiced, I was like very assured that I am right in this. And I knew I was right. And there was even some subtle things that weren't exact in the feedback that I got. And then I'm like, but what about this? And they were like, oh my gosh, yeah, you're right. And I was like, yes, I'm right. And it's not me who's right, it's God in me who's right. Right. Anyway, all that being said, so I'm talking to Candace. I'm explaining to her about my new awareness of these gifts. I'm explaining to her about my cosmic decorating. And as I'm talking to her, Suddenly I feel this overwhelming need to go out of my house, to go in the front yard, to take off my socks and shoes, and to put my feet in the grass, in the ground, and to send love and light to somebody else that was coming up as I was talking. And I go to grab my coffee, I do whatever, and I start walking out the door as she's talking, and she's explaining to me how just 2 days, now I'm not telling her what I'm doing, I'm just doing it, and then I'm listening to her, because I just finished talking about the decorating and all that stuff, but I didn't tell her anything about me going outside, or planting my feet in the grass, or anything with nature, anything like that. So I'm getting my coffee, I'm walking outside, and as I do, she's like, well, this is so crazy because something happened to me yesterday. She said, I was out and about and my phone started doing this like sound, and I hope I get the story right, but it was like making sounds or doing something, and she looked down and noticed that there's no reason for the phone to make those sounds, but when she couldn't figure it out, she realized, oh my gosh, that was like something transmitting to me, like a message on a frequency level. And so she was like, well, what would the message be? And she said the message for her was to go outside, to take her socks and shoes off, to put her feet in the ground, even though it was raining, and to go outside and to connect with the earth and send light and love throughout the earth. Now, I was like, oh my God, do you know what I'm doing right now? Like, you have no idea what I'm doing. But I literally, as you're telling me this story, I just got the message and was going outside doing the same thing. That's how connected we are. That's how connected all of us are. And anyone who's on this right now, you're on here because you have the same capability. You are required to do something similar. And because you're hearing this, because you just caused us to tell this story, because you're ready, because this is time for you to go do the things. You're just using us to tell you what you already know is true, what you're supposed to be doing. And so you can apply this and practice this for yourself, because there's something really to it. So when we're both out there in the grass with our feet in the ground, decorating, right? We're decorating our homes, our internal homes, this temple, this church, right here, this kingdom, the house of God, and we're decorating the world and with light and love as we're talking. And we're both like not even realizing that we're both doing it at the same time, but we're doing it at the same time. No, who knows how many other people are doing it right now, or who were doing it at the same time that we were. So all that to say, it gets crazier, y'all. So we get off the phone, we're both just like, holy cow, that was crazy. That was freaking awesome. Talk about union, talk about being in the field, talk about divine everything. I get off the phone and I had to go somewhere, and when I get in the car, y'all, I'm not even joking, I get in the car and I turn the car on, the van, mom van, and this song pops up, and it's Kenny Rogers. And the first thing that comes out of Kenny Rogers, which this has happened to be on a country station, and I'm okay with country. I like pretty much every kind of music. But this is an older song of Kenny Rogers that pops up, and I don't think I've heard a Kenny Rogers song in 5 years. But this is the song that comes up. It says, just this, and you, I'm not going to sing it, but you might know the words. And you decorated my life. You created a world where dreams are apart. And you decorated my life by painting your love all over my heart. You decorated my life. From the mouth of God, literally, through the frequency of my radio to me, a message confirming what we just did, confirming that in our activity of painting and decorating, cosmic decorations, that God was pleased, that God was basically saying, you know what, when you do that, you're decorating my life. You're decorating my world. You're decorating my heart. Kind of cool. Kind of cosmic. And I invite you guys to decorate God's heart and God's life and God's world today. When we do this, because we are one, and because we're in the field. They say that when you hang around certain people, that you can actually get in their field and take on their code. And this goes into my book too, Miracles, the Science of Miracles. They say if you really want to know something about someone, to go get with the 5 people they hang around with, because you will pick up on their gifts. You'll pick up on the code and the equations of what they walk in, good or bad. And so we have to be very wise. I know Bob Proctor would say, if you're the smartest person on your block, get a new block, because it's very important for us to be constantly upgrading and getting to a higher connection. Now, God is in us and God is source. And there are other people who may be at a higher frequency or have a better understanding or revelation that can help us pop up. And that doesn't necessarily have to be in real life. It's better in real life, but you can listen and program and get understanding and get code just from videos like this, or from following different people who have this understanding or have this revelation. You get with someone who has consistently either healed themselves and other people and different things, and that means they've mastered that code. They understand the formula. They have that code to be able to do that. And that's why, like, if you go see a doctor or whatever in the physical, you want to go to someone who's already had practice in that. You're not going to go see like a dentist if you got something going on with your feet, right? Same thing on a spiritual level, same thing on an energetic level. You're going to go to someone who's already done it to get help and advice, and someone who's ahead, someone who's above, someone who's upgraded into that already and who's living it out, walking it out. Coaches are really, really important, and or fathers or spiritual moms and dads, so that kind of stuff, for accountability and for those upgrades. And so that's a big deal. And surrounding yourself with people who are positive is really important too. So again, I'm saying all of this. I know it's a lot of information, but I just felt to share it because we're in this fine-tuning arena right now where we have all these possibilities. We have so much opportunity right now to upgrade and to vibe up and to frequency up. And here's some ways that you can do that. Number 1, just being more aware. Being more aware of what you're doing, what you're saying, what you're thinking, what you're putting your eye gates and your ear gates to, whether it's music or TV or whatever. Stay in high vibe frequency. Get rest, sleep, so your serotonin levels and all those levels within your brain, chemistry are working for you. Eat well. High vibe food, high vibe frequency is going to do great things for you. Get into nature. Sunshine, sand, dirt, trees, flowers. I know some of you may be in the concrete jungle, but do what you can to get out and get some fresh air, some sunlight, and get into nature when you can. And if you cannot, use essential oils, get some crystals and some other things that have a molecular structure to it. You know, all of nature has this molecular structure, so no matter how chaotic things could be within us, and what's going on with us, when you introduce things that are in structure to the biofield of anything that's chaotic, it actually helps to solidify and restructure our own field and our own body, our own mind. And so there's something really amazing about essential oils, nature, crystals, good food, alive food that can bring a peace and a rest and a structure to what could be chaotic and bring a rest to it. Good water is good, obviously, and lots of it. Stay hydrated. That will do a lot of things for you chemically and physically to give you energy and to give you code. There's code in water, y'all. There's code in water. Good oxygen. You know, going out and having a 30-minute walk every now and then, and just to get the chemistry going, dopamine, serotonins, all the things that can help with the chemistry, but also just to get circulation going in your body. So there's movement. Movement is good. for the lymphs and for the blood and for everything else. Decrees, as you know, conscious language is a good one. And just practicing these things. Practicing things like decorating, cosmic decorations, cosmic declarations, and cosmic decorations. I have a newfound passion for decorating, and I'm excited about that. And then lastly, just programming, reprogramming, whether it is watching different people on YouTube or getting some CDs or DVDs, reading books, doing things that are going to bring a shift in your perspective. Because if you have the same perspective, then you're going to create the same things. If you have the same perspective, you're going to have the same thought forms, and those thought forms will rest within your heart, and then you'll have feelings about those thought forms. Those feelings actually create something in the biofield. The biofield goes out, radiates, and only gets a match. So you will be in this stuck pattern of things, because as you think things, then so are you, literally, and you're going to continue this stuck, almost like trapped prison of recreating your same day over and over and over again. If you're looking for a way out, do something different. And the way you'll do something different is because you're going to get a new thought. New thoughts make new heart changes and new actions, which get new biofield, which attracts new things into your world. And so as we practice all of these things, jumping in, then you're really going to see some different changes in your life. And I know that it's going to be positive for you. So get the books, go out and find other people. I don't care if it's anyone else. Go find someone that you can connect with, that brings your vibration up and gives you some understanding to some of the science. And also crystals, oils, and decrees. This is backwards, isn't it? Yep. These are new. I'm telling you, this is going to be very helpful, not only on a visual, but on a practical, educational way. So love you guys so much. Talk to you soon. Hope you're having I know you're having an amazing Sunday. And please tag and share, because I know there's a lot of people who could benefit from this information. And I will enjoy hearing your miracles. So please report your miracles. Please report the good and great things that God is doing in you and through you. Because God perfects the things that concern you. And He has equipped us and given us all the resources out there to be able to make those positive changes, so we do get a different outcome. And it starts with you. A lot of times we think that something's going to happen on the outside and that God's going to just come in and rescue us. And He's looking for co-creators to partner with Him and to do the things with Him, to be the hands and feet, to make the new choices, and to get the different results. All right? Talk to you soon. See ya. All right. Bye.